Not today. Thank you for coming out, everyone. Happy New Year. Do we have are all the members present to have a quorum? Yes. Thank you. I'd like to call this meeting to order.
See, we only have one absent, and that's Nancy.
Nancy, operations. Would you like to read the minutes from October? There's a couple of corrections. You read them last time, but I noticed that there was one correction still.
In last month?
Yeah, October.
Oh, really?
It's an easy one. Change the time from 6 p.m. to 6:30.
Oh, I thought I did. Oh. Okay.
And then if you'd like to read November, that would be great when you're ready.
Okay, this is the minutes for Thursday, November the 21st, 2019 at 6:30 p.m. The meeting was called to order by Sharon Billers at 6:30 p.m. in the Pebble Springs Clubhouse. All the board members were present. I've got them listed on here, but I'll take myself. The appointment of a director for Cluster 2 is on the agenda for this meeting. The board minutes for October 17th, 2019 were read by the secretary. The minutes were approved with one correction by the board. New business. There were 2 interested owners in Cluster 2 to become the director, Jeff Marshall and E.J. Potter. A motion was made and seconded to nominate E.J. Potter. The vote was unanimous, and he was welcome to sit with the directors for the rest of the meeting. A motion was made and seconded to place dog stations between Clusters 2 and 5. The motion passed with one dissenting vote by Terry Lanning of Cluster 3. Reports. Cluster 1, Carol Bloodsworth reported a dead palm, was removed. Cluster 2, Sharon Billers reported the engineers had submitted the plans for stair replacement. She's now working to get 3 proposals for that work. Cluster 3, no report. Cluster 4, Sharon Billers reported the cluster is working to get approval for a heated pool. She reported some walkways are starting to move, and she will need to have an engineer look at the problem. Cluster 5, Nancy McFadden asked about cross-utilization of reserve funds and the limitations of using those funds. She reported some vehicles are leaking oil on the new blacktop. She asked if Peter could put down oil pads on those spots. She asked about the replacement of stairs and was reminded that each set of steps must be replaced using the engineer's specifications. There were also complaints about the new speed bumps, and the cost of replacing them was discussed. Cluster 6, Edna Paul reported a bid to repair the pool decking. A new sign for the pool was installed. Miscellaneous business. There were several questions and much discussion concerning the monies necessary to replace stairways. Some attendees asked how the quorum were determined for each cluster and how they might be changed. Beautification Committee. Ruby Peterson, the chair of the committee, reported all the end caps were refreshed and work was completed around the pineapple palm by the 59th Street entrance. Signs are being updated. Attendees were asked for suggestions to update or remove the tennis court areas. Several areas were in the planning stages for updates. Social Committee. Carol Bloodsworth reported a potluck dinner is planned for Thursday, Thanksgiving. A date for Christmas decorations will also be set soon. The meeting was adjourned at 8 p.m. The next meeting will be November 21st at 6:30 p.m.
Do we have any corrections to the minutes? Do we have a motion to approve the minutes as photocopied and presented? All in favor? Aye. Do I have a second?
You
first.
Yeah, I first said.
All in favor? Thank you. Colleen's going to read the treasurer report while Terry takes notes.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read from each balance sheet. Currently, in the master operating account, we have $29,001. Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me? All right.
Now we can.
I can be loud. $29,149.85. That's in your operating account. And then in your reserves, you have, I guess it would be $42,653.51
This is for the master.
for master.
There's also a reserve page.
Yeah.
It'd be easier.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we'll move on to cluster 1. Cluster 1, you have $20,702.46 in your operating account. And I'm just trying to figure out which way they were printed. And then in your reserve, you have $76,312.49. Cluster 2. You have $17,934.01 in your operating, and in your reserve you have $43,224.83.
That's fine, you can set it down.
Do you want prepaid then? Because it gets confusing.
No, just make a note of the end.
And then cluster 3, and your wait a minute. There we go. The front and back, that's what's confusing. In your operating, you have $6,407.67. And in your reserve, you have $51,928.51. Cluster 4, you have in your operating $63,110.48, and your reserve you have $55,452.67. Cluster 5, in your operating you have $28,725.13, and in your reserve you have $80,310.80. Cluster 6, you have $9,419.11 in your operating, and in your reserve you have $88,225.39. That doesn't exclude prepaids. So each cluster has prepaid accounts. So when you're looking at your financial, you always want to look at how much has been prepaid, because that money is really allocated towards the future months. It's not just, it's prepaid monies. So for the master, you wouldn't have any prepaid, but for cluster 1, you have $5,547.32 prepaid. Cluster 2, cluster 2, you have $11,071.56 as prepaid funds. And cluster 3, I don't think you have any prepaid.
Yes, you have.
Oh, you do. $3,396.80. Cluster 4, you have $6,945.20. Cluster 5, you have $11,288.50. And then cluster 6, your prepaids are $4,249.
So you subtract that from the operating account, and that would give the figure that you really have.
Correct.
Do I have a motion to accept the treasurer's report as photocopied and presented? Carol? Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Harry? All in favor? Thank you. Committee reports. Do you want to start with social committee, Carol?
Social committee.
You're going to have to stand up because they won't be able to
They
hear
won't be able
you.
to hear you.
We had good turnouts for our happy hour events, and we were surprised because it was holiday season. Right now, we're thinking of a Valentine's celebration in February, and that's about it. The only other thing is...
I'll repeat it.
Carol, nobody can hear you back here.
Okay, I'll repeat it for you
Here,
real quick.
Dana.
She said that they had good turnouts for the social events that happened, and they're currently working on planning a Valentine's Day party.
Right. The other thing is, we still have $651.14 in the treasury from the former women's club, and it got transferred into the social club. So I got a letter from the bank saying that because the account has been inactive, they're going to start charging us because it's inactive. Well, in the past, I've been putting $25 in there when this comes up, so it stays active. But now I understand when I talk to Colleen that the $25 that we get when people rent the place can go into this account. So I think that's fair because it's usually a social club that cleans up and does. Now I know Peter's been good about refreshing our paper towels and all that kind of thing, but this is good. Because I've dumped about $150 in this.
And we need new pool furniture, so
Yeah.
that could help build
Yeah.
it.
I mean, at some point, the purpose of the social club or the women's club was to benefit the clubhouse and Pebble Springs. I know we paid to paint this place, we paid to put the floor down, we paid for the furniture, right, Ruby? You know about all that.
Not the floor.
Not the floor. Oh, that's right. That was later on. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
blinds,
Yeah.
the decorations.
Yeah. Yeah. So the women's club has always been very active, and now it's the social club. And the social club, the reason we've come to the social club is we hope men would join it. So far, no good, no show. And we do need the men from time to time to help with what we're doing. Now, there's been talk of revitalizing the trash and treasure, but it's a very time-consuming, involved situation. And we had, the women's club was all behind it, and we used to make like $3,000 at least, I think, when we had that. But anyway, that's gone by the wayside. So there's a lot of ideas that are coming up, and I guess we should, I think when, Jerry, I think you recommend, when everybody gets back now, we're going to have a social club meeting and see if we can recruit more members, right? And sponsor more activities. Jerry? It was your idea, coffees, stuff like that.
Pancake breakfast.
Yeah. And it's been suggested we might have a pancake breakfast. So, anyway, we're working in that direction.
Could you announce when the next beautification meeting is?
The next beautification meeting is this coming Tuesday at 6 o'clock. And that date is, excuse me,
Yes. Oh, you want me?
January 18th.
January
No, that's February.
21st.
January 21st.
21st. That's the next meeting.
What time?
Beautification. 6 o'clock.
Thank you, Carol. Would you like to give Cluster 1 report?
Really don't have anything.
No.
I said I'm wearing my hearing aid.
DJ, do you have anything?
Oh,
Voice doesn't carry it all. There's no hearing
You can introduce yourself
Yeah,
again.
she
Everybody
introduced me,
hasn't met
yeah,
you.
yeah, so I'm the new guy, the newbie, or the rookie on the board. My name is E.J. Potter, and I've been here, before you ask it, it's just E.J., that's all I got. It's not short for anything. As far as the Potter, I think I've heard all of the Harry Potter references so far, but if you think you have a new one, lay it on me. It's all good. I haven't been here too long, about a year and a half. But the condo community I came from, we were there for about almost 18 years, so I'm a little familiar with condo life, condo living. Although I have to say, the other place didn't have 6 directors and 7 budgets. But I think I can get it eventually. So I haven't really, I only was able to start, kind of get rolling in January, a few weeks ago really. But I did get a lot of information that, from the other directors, some of the other directors that have been trying to go through to see what issues there are, and I know there's some, and some are ongoing, some are in progress, some need to still be addressed, it looks like, but like the stairways, I know we have some issues with the stairs, it's kind of underway. Roofs, I think we have a couple of roofs, well, I know we do because, full disclosure, one of them is mine, so I'll be looking into that right away. Gutters and downspouts, so, and then of course our favorite foreclosure over here, 6358, I think it is, still underway, still in progress. So I don't have too many details yet for cluster 2. Hopefully by this time next month I'll have a few more. By the way, I didn't mention, Colleen, I talked to her the other day, that the condo I was in before I came here was also run by CNS, and all those years we never had a problem, so I hope it continues. Well, we never had a problem that wasn't fixed or taken care of, so I hope that can continue on here as we go. By the way, I've met a few people from Cluster 2 so far, but any I haven't met, you want to hang out for a few minutes after the meeting and to give you my email address and say hello, so that if you see me walking around with a notepad, don't shoot, don't call the cops, just look. I'll be here for a little, as long as you need to. That's all I got. Hopefully more next month.
Thank you, EJ. Cluster 3?
I don't really have too much to, other than the landscaping, and I've already talked to Peter about it today, so a couple issues with that. Other than that, life is good.
That's good.
That's good.
Cluster 4, that's me. We've had 3 leaks within a month in 3 different units. One was from a toilet flange improperly installed, leaked down into the unit downstairs. Luckily, it was caught in time, but they did have to go through the vent downstairs to get to the pipe to the toilet. So that's been taken care of. The 2 that are ongoing right now is like a mystery leak. After the owners came back, they turned their water on, or they had someone turn the water on the evening before they were due to arrive. When they came in, the next day there was this little puddle of water, and it was just a mystery leak. We don't know what it's from yet. The insurance adjuster, their insurance adjuster is thinking that it was from the toilet supply line. So we're going to see. Right now the unit's being dried out, and then they'll remove the drywall that's wet, because it did get wet up to a foot. So maybe when the lines got repressurized, it caused a leak. The other leak is from another different unit, came from the shower pan and the grout. If you're in an upstairs unit and your grout starts to fail over time, you start missing chunks and you're caulking, you should periodically check your grout, seal your grout, and re-caulk, because it will find a way to leak and it's going to go downstairs. So that was a more intensive leak. Again, dry out, there was mold present, so that'll be a little bit more intense. So that's what's going on in cluster 4 right now. Cluster 5, Nancy she's not here. Is anybody from the stair committee here would like to give a report? No?
On the staircase?
The stair committee people? No? Okay.
I don't know if I'm necessarily on the stair committee, but I did attend a meeting. From what I understand, the last email I've gotten, there was one estimate for, I think it was $10,000, and we're now repairing the west stairs, which are in the worst condition compared to the east stairs.
Who said they were worse? A contractor?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
I do know that I did drive by, and there's actually a, I don't know, it's 4x4 or a 6x6 that is actually in place under the stairwell, holding up the decking.
Yeah, I know.
So that to me would say, hey, there's an issue.
Plus they wobble when Mary walks and she's light.
So that, to me, I mean, I don't have it on my east side, that post in place, but I did know my east side is bad as well. So I'm not saying who's
Yeah,
worse
yours
or
are
who's
trip
better.
hazards.
The trip hazards are gone because they tore up all the artificial turf they had there as they're covering on the stairs. Now, I noticed that, Mary, you had yours painted,
Correct.
and it looks very nice, and I want to discuss with you about having that done on my side.
Okay.
Because the tracing all the glue in, my tenants, all the glue, it looks horrible.
Yeah.
I went and looked at yours this past week, and I really like it, and I understand you incurred the cost.
Right. I
So-
bought the paint and Peter painted it.
I will be happy to confer with you both. I'd really like to have this done as well on the west side. But apparently now the west side's being addressed. However, the engineer's report that we got was for the east side. So does the engineer's report convey over to the west, for the west side, I mean east side to convey over to the west side? I don't know that.
No.
And then we
It'll
only
have
got
to
one
be drawn
estimate
up.
for 10,000. Well, obviously, one estimate does not suffice.
Do you know who that was from?
I can forward you the email.
If it was RJM, they pulled out.
Yes.
It may have been them.
They pulled out they don't want to, they
Right.
can't do the job.
It might have been Island.
I think
No, it
so.
wasn't Island, it was initials.
I think it was RJM, but they
Yeah.
pulled out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's like been no progress, and this has been, I know you tore up the artificial turf off those stairs to try to correct the issue, before August.
It's actually been since the end of June.
Yeah, it was before August.
Right.
So I'm like, this is an
Well,
ongoing
earlier
situation.
this week, I asked Colleen to get 3 bids for you, for
Yep.
cluster 5. So
Mhm.
she's working on that right now, getting the 3 bids.
I've contacted 3 contractors to come out and take a
You
look.
don't
Thank
have
you.
to pick them, but at least it's getting something moving.
Okay.
Yeah, because if we have, like, a refrigerator, I'm really afraid to even have somebody walk up those stairs carrying that stuff.
I have to agree with you on that statement. They're very not stable.
Yeah, and I was concerned too, my tenant moved in.
I agree.
Yeah.
And they were moving furniture up. Thankfully, all the furniture's in, they're moved in, it's all's good, but, yeah.
The
Right.
drawing is for the east side, but he can do a repeat. I think his repeats are 350. So to draw up the west side, just like with EJ
Right.
and 2,
Mhm.
same thing.
Yep.
So
Well-
that can be easily changed and quick. You can do it quick, but first get a contractor out here.
What
Let him,
Colleen just said, she's got 3.
yeah,
Yeah, I
right.
have 3.
Let him get the eye. They have the plans. Let
Yeah.
him get the eyes on it. And did you tell him to look at the west side too?
Yeah, Troy's already been out
Okay.
this week.
Okay.
So
Another
maybe
thing-
we'll know something soon.
Right, this is totally artificial, but, what's happening with the pool sign?
It's,
It's ordered.
yeah.
It
It
was
should be here
ordered.
next week.
Okay.
Anything else for 5?
So the process of the steps is gonna be another 1 month, 2 months, 3 months?
I have to get the bids,
know,
and
right.
then
Maybe by the next meeting we
Yeah.
can vote on it. If it comes in before, we can always vote, get together and vote to
Yeah.
get it going. Or meet with your committee and get it going. So you don't have to take the bids. We're just trying to get the.
I
we're just
Get
trying to
it
help
rolling.
get you guys some information.
Yeah.
Thank you. Edna, 6.
Well, the biggest thing we're doing right now is we're looking at our landscaping and we're removing some of the larger bushes and overgrown trees and bushes so we can start getting ready for our buildings to be painted. So we've got some, Petra walked around with me yesterday and I felt really good about our walk and talk. And Peter's helping us out some too, and so that's the big thing right now on the agenda. And I've been looking, I've made several calls to different contractors because we've got some repairs that need to be done. And in fact, yesterday morning, a fellow came out to repair some cracks that we are getting on the sides of the building. And so it's just a lot of...
Spray paint work. Spray
Yes,
paint work.
right.
I wanted to add to 4, our cluster hired Petra to do some updating with our landscape, and right now we're working on the perimeter, and then we'll move into the courtyard. Thank you, Petra.
There was some verbal complaint, neighbor of Jerry.
What's that?
For Jerry and Petra cutting her bushes in the front of her lanai, removing the natural privacy screen. And I told her to come here and complain, but she didn't come. So I don't know what to do with that. Jerry explained to me we're cutting the tree that was going at the gutters.
Never touched a bush on the
That would be
property.
Edna that they need to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she remembered me when she moved in. I was there from 6, and she approached me and told me about it. And I said, just come to the meeting.
Oh yeah, come to the meeting.
Yeah, but she probably couldn't
I
make
saw
it.
her briefly yesterday
Yeah, you
and
spoke
spoke to her, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Great.
But there's going to be several people, I mean, like I'm having a bush removed that I absolutely love, but it has taken over the place and I'm going to have to get rid of it. So there's some things that are going to have to be done to get ready, and we've got so many bushes that require lots of,
It's not just that, we have a huge rat problem here.
yes.
And if you have overgrown shrubs, the rats are gonna get in there and nest.
And there were rats. There were rats there and there were rats on
A
me.
year ago, you couldn't get out from Lanai, and I asked him, is he joking when I cut all these things from the floor?
Yeah, couldn't
I
get
know
out
that
the
you
door.
have-
Okay, so did you talk to her, you got it straightened out?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's being worked out.
Thank you.
Mr. Ford, is there an update on the pool?
Update on the pool, we are at 20, we're trying to get enough interest to heat our pool. Right now, we're at 25, we need one more, but we need a couple extras backups. So I'll get with you to get with some people to see if we can get the votes. And then if that's the case, will we have to set a separate mailing, or can it go out with the?
Yeah, it has to be an official proxy vote.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it can't go out with the,
No, it has to be something.
okay, that's what I wanted to ask her. So, a couple more, we're almost there.
And there's no cost for that.
What
have it-
costs for what?
For the pool heater, we have it in reserves?
We have enough money, yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
I mean, there's a cost, but it's not gonna come out of your pocket.
Oh, that's what I meant,
Yeah.
there's no assessment.
It's not gonna raise your fees.
Okay.
Um,
Can I ask something regarding cluster 5? We're having a real issue with these kids on scooters. I don't know if they're going on down, they certainly go by 4, but they are certainly up and down 5 ridiculously.
It's like a motorized, battery-operated scooters, and they go quite fast.
oh, they're not supposed to have
What
those.
unit?
I
They live in
know. Well,
three.
there's some in our unit, and
No,
then
they
there's
live in
either
five.
some,
50,
one in
59.
four.
I don't have anybody in Florida.
Okay, let's put it free. I see a little girl further down. Even though mothers or grandmothers are riding, if you're backing out, you're not going to see them.
Right.
And I mean, they zoom.
Do you have unit numbers, Janet? Can you,
5902.
what is it?
5902.
Okay.
And what's the
Okay.
one in
I mean, you
three?
hate to do
Back
that,
up
but,
around the
I mean,
corner.
somebody's gonna get hurt.
No problem.
I saw them the other day too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
We do have rules for scooters.
Yes.
Well, go ahead and say them.
Actually, is it skateboards and bicycles?
Yes.
Is it
Yeah.
scooters?
It's, I'm gonna read the rules.
Say scooters.
No bicycles, skateboards, roller skates, scooters shall be ridden on the sidewalks.
The part of the problem too is that they're going in the drive. It's not even so much they are on the sidewalk, but they're also going up and down the drive. You got cars
Driveways, the
going in and out,
carports.
people pulling in. The last thing we need is some kid to get hit by
That
a
would be
car.
horrible. So when you see something like that, email Colleen or report it to the director. Get it out right away.
I can email you 10 times a day.
Yeah.
That's how many times they go by the.
Okay.
Well, we also have a problem with someone letting their dog go in our courtyard every single day.
Me
Every single day.
They do it right in front of my car. And I have a little dog, a big dog, and it's still there.
That's nasty. So we'll move on. A couple people asked about just reviewing the parking rules, tags, and regulations. Right now, we have a motorcycle parked on 59th Street that the tag's expired. Does anybody know who that belongs to? What unit number?
I don't know for a fact. I'm guessing it's 5958. There are questionable residents in 5958. Not sure. There seems to be multiple people in and out of that unit. We certainly know who owns it, but I don't know who all is residing there. And at one point, there were numerous cars. Ava was upset one night. She called my mom 4 in the morning. She saw a car sitting out her bedroom window with 2 gentlemen in there. And she could see, she just got real upset and nervous or whatever, 4 o'clock in the morning. There's been a few cars and a motorcycle that we're all not too sure, but I believe it's 5958.
We got it.
Okay.
We do have a car in cluster 3 as well, and it's on the east side. It's in the first, it's like the 3rd car down. I'm not sure which unit, but it has no sticker on it, so.
No
It's
tags?
got plates, but it doesn't
Not
have,
registered?
doesn't have the expiration or anything on it.
Can you take a photo of it and send it to her?
Yeah, I can.
The tag,
Yeah.
and then the unit number.
I'm not sure which unit. It's parked in an owner's unit. It's not parked in.
Okay.
So we do, this is yours, Liz. Remember,
Oh, my
I
tag?
need to give it to you. As most of you know, we have tags. And if you have 2 vehicles, then you'll get 2. You got 2 when we first started it. Some just only got 1. And we write them down on a spreadsheet, the directors have. I don't think you have it anymore, do you?
I don't, no.
Okay.
No, each director has their own, has it.
I know.
Well, you might have to
Yours
recreate
has
it.
on the space, just like Tuesday's.
So really, if you have a vehicle, it should hang in the window. If you sell your unit, those go with your unit. If you rent your unit, you take a picture of it with your tenant and you charge them if you don't get it back, because it costs us to give them out. So you really should have them in there. Then we know, just like this motorcycle, if it had a tag on it, we'd know who it was because we just look at it. So, your vehicles have to be registered and not expired. Yes.
The thing is that it's not enforced. There's nothing on the community center where it says no parking in cluster 1. So there's a party going on here. They all park in cluster 1. Whether we have spots available, those are ours. And no, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, we had someone park in our numbered parking spot.
Yeah, that's hard to enforce. I mean, you
It's
could
my
actually
parking
have it towed, right?
And so you just take it upon yourself to just have it
No.
towed?
You contact our office and we would have them come out and tow it for you.
Is someone there on a Sunday? Because that's usually.
We always have an emergency phone. So yeah, if you call the emergency line, it calls me immediately.
But we found a car parked in our parking spot, numbered parking spot. And we went in to the community center and they denied it. Oh, it's not ours, it's not ours. And he was the one that the party was for. She lied. I mean,
I understand.
it's not, I mean, this is our property. As I figure, and everybody has their own parking space.
I think we have that everywhere. You have it more because you're near the clubhouse.
But what are you gonna do about it?
We just told you.
If you call us, we'll have it
We're supposed to call
towed.
and you'll tow it.
Correct.
Yes.
And by then, the car could be gone.
Just,
Good.
what do
Yeah,
we
park
do?
there.
I mean, what do you do? We don't have a police force here.
Why can't the directors tow instead of having to make that call.
I don't want the liability of having a car towed.
What liability? They're parked illegally. There is no liability. with
What if
that.
the director's not available? They're volunteers.
question.
They're volunteers.
I am aware of that.
They don't work 24/7, I do.
Well, in cluster 6, we're right across from cluster 2. And several of those people have 3 cars.
Yeah.
Mother has a car, father has a car, and daughter has a car. Cluster 6 has a lot of extra space. Cluster 2 doesn't have anything. I know it's the worst. I mean, they don't have any overhead parking or anything. But they completely fill up ours. And I asked the one lady, I said, would you mind, at least when I have my company, don't park in our guest parking? She just looked at me and walked away. You know, and you either ignore it or you become the neighborhood crab. You know, and
Take a
cluster-
picture of the text, send it to Colleen. Call her, email her.
Yeah.
That's all we can do. Carol, do you have something to say?
I have
Say it loud.
I have a note that I've rewritten up, and if somebody's improperly parked there, I put it on their windshield to let them know that they're illegal, and if they don't move the car, it will be towed. So, I think we have them, don't we, Sharon?
Yeah.
Yeah. We were all given them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we used, I know when we first got those stickers.
We have
they were great,
these.
but they
Yeah.
ignored it.
Yeah.
They're in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Each director has them.
EJ, I'll get you some.
We don't have any of those.
Not yet.
I said has.
Oh, right.
I mean, we're doing the best we can with that. But again, we're only volunteers. We're not here 24/7 to be police.
Right. The only thing I would say to that, and in your defense, only because when Ray was on the board, he did exactly that. He put that sticker on somebody's vehicle, and they came to the door, pounding on the door, ready to beat the you-know-what out of Ray. So, I mean, you have to understand from your standpoint, we're all, we all live here, and you're all volunteers, and nobody's looking to get beat up.
No.
So,
But
EJ, what did I tell you when you asked about that? I said, go to Colleen.
Well, in that case, I did know we had those, so I just sort of made up an unofficial looking one.
And that's fine,
Put it
that
there, and
works.
it
That's what I
worked.
have.
I mean, she responded to it, and so it wasn't really
Most
an
times
issue.
they'll move it. During parties, that's hard, unless you knew there was a party and block off the area with some cones. I don't know. You could do that.
But on the bottom of, I looked, there's nothing on that paper, on both boards, that state that no parking in cluster 1. So so the person that's taking the call,
I'm confused. What do you mean? What paper?
okay, on the board, there's a paper that says renting of the clubhouse.
Application.
Oh, on the
The rules,
application.
There's nothing on it that says that there's no parking in cluster 1.
Maybe we should readdress the application. Would you put that down for?
I mean, that would be telling people that, guess
Yeah.
what? You can't.
We
park.
can add that. That's a good
Yeah.
suggestion. We'll revisit the application at the next meeting. Thank you.
Sure. My concern, I'm in cluster 2, and it is really bad with the parking. But what makes it bad, sometimes worse, are these great big trucks that have to come in, put big tires on, and some of the time they're setting out into the,
They have to fit in the spot. They have to fit in the
well,
space.
sometimes they fit,
They don't always.
almost in, but then also they have it's on the back of the truck.
Trailer hitch.
Trailer hitch. okay.
Oh, that sticks
That's
out,
sticking
yeah.
out. You know, they may be able to get their truck pretty far in, but that truck, trailer hitch.
Maybe get with EJ on your concerns.
Yeah, I think somebody already said we could have, it might help some, to ask them, or I'll ask them to at least park backward, back in, and then that hitch at least is,
Yeah, some
Not out
did, but then
thing,
they
but,
do in the front.
there are not too many rules about trucks. They're gonna have trucks, but the size sometimes,
Well,
they
they keep
get
getting
pretty
bigger and
big.
bigger
you know.
since the beginning of time.
Okay. Yeah, get with EJ. We're gonna move on to the next big discussion, pest waste and the doggy stations. So we did have a doggy station installed between 4 and 5 to help on that area, because we're having a terrible problem with somebody throwing the bags of dog waste over the fence.
Oh.
In the towards Burger King. So I'm hoping that now they see the dog station, they'll just go over there and put it in there. So, I don't know, you can only send violation letters, and I think isn't there in the, up at the state, there's something about being able to fine condos?
Well, you can find the owner of the
No,
dog.
aren't they gonna try to change the regulation to be able to find owners of condominiums?
They might in July, when they go for legislation.
I think it's up there. But anyways, right now we can't find them, but we can keep sending violation letters.
They can deny it.
Yeah.
A friend of mine lives in a complex in Indianapolis. They DNA swab every dog that lives in the complex. If you don't pick up, then they pick up, send it to the lab, and it's $150 fine plus the expense of the test. That's a great way to keep people from leaving the dog dirt out there.
Who wants to be on that committee? That's a great idea, but I don't know.
Yeah, but they DNA swab every animal that goes in there, and they have to put $150 deposit down for.
You're volunteering, Mike?
I'll volunteer. I think that's a great idea, because you know what? I go out to where we're supposed to go, and there's poop right by the bags. There's poop right there. I'm like,
I know.
like a couple.
I'll tell you what, why don't you guys research that and bring it to the
There's a
board?
company that does it.
Research it and present it to us. And it could be a consideration.
I mean, even the mailman's putting it to somebody.
What do you think, Director? If they want to do it, they can research it. We can't do it. We don't, I don't have time for that.
Excuse me, isn't there a weight limit on dogs?
Each cluster has their own weight.
But they're all relatively small.
No.
There are some clusters that have big dogs.
Yes.
Okay.
Cluster 2, I don't know who else. But
Well,
some,
cluster
and
two
then they're
is not
cluster.
supposed to have big
What
dogs.
do you call those dogs?
Emotional support.
But there's one that really works.
Hold on.
Emotional support dogs don't count.
All right. Cluster 1 is 20 pounds. Cluster 2 is 20 pounds. And all the rest are 15.
All right, well, I just heard.
We have some very fat dogs.
They're all fat.
I heard through my tenant, there's some big dogs
Oh, yeah.
around here.
Yeah, I don't have that. That's in your, I don't have that.
Cluster one has 2 dogs allowed.
I have nothing against big dogs. I
No, I'm
have 2
just
very
saying,
big dogs
yeah.
on my home. But I know.
All right, let's move on. Okay, another big topic. Can I have the board's attention, please? Another big topic is landscape concerns. Easy Joe was supposed to be here this evening. He let me know a half hour before the meeting that he was still working.
In the dark.
Who knows?
Yes.
It's always in the dark.
I pulled the ledgers for irrigation and Easy Joe, which is pretty easy because he's same price every month. For Easy Joe for 2019, we paid him $29,410. And for Jim Price, the irrigation, we paid $12,432.75. That comes out to $41,842.75. So we did obtain some bids. Lumens, outrageous, $103,000 a year. Lumens, $103,000.
For lawn.
Yeah.
And
U.S. Lawns,
Do they do both or just one?
Yeah, it'd be irrigation and landscaping.
Yeah, both. This is both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brightview, who we had in the past, annually is $46,680. That's with irrigation. Without it would be $41,880. U.S. Lawns is $46,800, and that includes irrigation. So they're all
Well, actually, they're not.
5,000, really 5,000 more than Easy Joe.
Blooming's is
Bright-
obviously out.
Yeah,
but-
Brightview and U.S. Lawns.
I'd venture to say they might be worth 5,000 more than Lazy Joe or Crazy, whatever you
If you've got 11,000, you say 29,000, you got 40.
Yeah, we got almost 42,000 right there.
40,000 right there,
Mhm.
and you're sitting at, was it 45, 46?
Yeah, 46, 47. We're only looking at a $5,000 increase. Ruby?
I would just like to say, we have had a number of other lawn care where we have paid a lot more. They did not do a better job than Easy Joe.
I agree.
I know.
So why pay the extra
I
money?
say ditto. I've been through how many contracts?
You don't, have you walked the whole community?
I only care about cluster.
But what I'm saying is Cluster 6 was suffering. 5 was suffering with weeds, overgrown shrubs. I don't know about 3.
We had a lot of weeds.
I hear tons of complaints from 5.
We had to pay Petra to weed before someone could get in their door, before they came down.
That guy's.
Do you know what we were thinking would be a real good idea? If you hired 2 contractors, one for cluster 1, 2, 3, and the other 4, 5, and 6.
They're gonna want the whole place. They're not gonna want a bit of it.
But have we ever offered them that? Because, you know, this is a large area for one person, one company. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe if we had 2,
What are your thoughts on that?
We've talked about this before.
we did.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
the board before thought it was not a good idea to have separate contractors, but we have reviewed every option for landscaping for 7 years. And had a new landscaper every year.
Yes.
So,
Our beautification
I mean-
committee meets on Tuesday. I think we're gonna
It's
discuss
true.
it further. And then give Easy Joe an opportunity to present. I spoke to him on Tuesday or Wednesday, I think it was, about his lack of keeping up with us. Yes,
Do we have a contract with him that outlines what he's supposed to be?
we do.
it's a very basic contract.
Maybe it needs to get a little more specific.
It comes up in April.
Okay.
So it definitely, if we decide to stay with him, there'll be changes in the contract, don't you think?
Yes,
Can you write that down?
yes.
I mean, the place is it's overgrown with weeds, where there's pebbles, there's all weeds coming through. The guy doesn't even show up to the meeting that he's supposed to. What's so great about the guy?
He's affordable.
What's so, oh, he's cheap.
Yeah.
He's affordable, but we're paying other people to,
Yes,
we're paying
we're cleaning
people to
up
take
after
care of
him.
our clusters.
Or owners are volunteering their time to take care of their clusters.
Carol does a lot of work.
Right,
Or
aren't
mine
you
and
saying?
ice cream and stuff.
I gotta say something. We had Brightview. They cost so much more than Easy Joe. And wait a minute, I spoke with the manager and how unhappy I was with this, that, and the other. And how I didn't like the way they edged the beds because the grass grew right into the beds and everything. And he assured me everything would be corrected. Well, it was not.
Okay, so don't go with Brightview, go with the other one.
Honey, I've got a whole folder here. I've been here for 25 years. I've
Okay.
got a whole folder on vendors who have promised all this stuff, and once they get here, they don't perform.
Well,
So
try
then
it.
we
Try
started with
another one.
Easy Joe at one point, and then we went back with Easy Joe because he said he had more equipment and he could do it better.
I didn't know.
And as far as I'm concerned, our cluster is fine.
Okay,
Isn't it
but yeah,
amazing
that's,
though, for all of those years, we had Beaver landscaping
There
for
you go.
25 years.
Yes.
Never had an issue.
But you know why? You know why we never had an issue? It was, Diane was our maintenance person. And whatever her husband didn't do, she did. And that's why.
we had Larry, who was the landscaping for, I mean, it wasn't like year after year after year, we changed. We had them for 20 years. Did we have problems? Sure, of course, nobody's perfect. But we didn't have problems to where we were looking for somebody every single year.
I mean, we're gonna get to the point where we're gonna have a terrible reputation, and we won't be able to get anybody to work here.
I know.
Well, you need to look beyond just your cluster, okay? Because you can come visit me and I'll show you, you know? You say your cluster looks great, that's all you care about, well, that's kind
Let's
of an
table
issue.
this for now,
You care
and
about the
let's
whole
see if we
community.
can get him to the meeting so that the people can address it to his face, so he's not just thinking, I'm complaining to him all the time, or so-and-so's complaining. And, yes ma'am.
Don't you think that when you have, what is it, 175 units in a complex such as this, that you're getting inundated with too many complaints? It's like too many cooks spoil the broth, and maybe where we need to begin is if the director were to have a cluster meeting and get the complaints about the lawn care from the residents, write them all down, and then bring them back to a meeting such as this, where you guys decide which ones seem to come up more frequently than other ones. And then try to drill down a little bit on what your contract needs to have in it when you hire somebody, and you make it darn clear to them that and put a price tag on it all, if you have to, and then turn around and dock their pay if they're not gonna do the work.
We attempted to have cluster meetings, I don't know if anybody remembers, and it was supposed to be each month. The cluster was supposed to meet before the meeting. No one attended.
We did. Cluster one was there.
Nobody else came after that.
I know.
So I'm just letting you know that we did attempt
But I'm
that.
not saying to have the meeting here. Have it out at your pool, have it in a casual setting,
It was
however
never-
you need to do it.
We never did it after cluster one had that.
Why?
We did.
Yeah.
I have an
Here's
idea.
that question, why?
Yeah, why?
Yeah, I don't know.
What if
Well,
you
I heard
dropped
the
that?
excuse for that was that it was right at the time when a lot of the people went back up north,
Yeah.
nobody was left over, so
Yes,
it
I heard
fell
that
through
too.
the cracks.
That's true.
It's a good idea to do that.
I mean, do you want to pick back up? Colleen can do them again before the meeting.
What if you invite Easy Joe to the beautification meeting?
I'll try.
That's a smaller unit, maybe you won't be as intimidated.
I can try
Okay.
for Tuesday. That's a good idea.
Is there a problem with the irrigation guy? Because
No.
I know that I go out and I get attacked by the sprinkler when I take my dogs out every time. You know, so I know it's working. And I don't think it was before properly, but they are now. I mean, it's amazing.
No,
So-
Bryce does a good job.
The irrigation is fine. He's excellent. We have a lot of old equipment here, therefore our repair bills are high. He checks it monthly. So irrigation is fine right now. Do we have any other owner comments?
Is irrigation just the sprinklers, or do you take care of drains when you have waterfront
Sprinklers.
property?
Sprinklers.
Just sprinklers, right?
Yep.
Roto-Rooters the drains. So our next meeting will be February, third week in February, third Thursday in February, February 20th at 6:30. And again, anybody's welcome to come to the beautification committee meeting at 6 o'clock on Tuesday. Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? Second? All in favor? Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Did I skip over?
Yeah, we missed it.
Did I?